If you've ever found yourself caught between doing the right thing and following your heart, stick around until the end. This tale might just show you how delicate love and loyalty really are. If you enjoy hearing heartfelt stories that resonate with you, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. Your support helps me share more real-life experiences. It all began on a chilly autumn night, with the scent of rain in the air and an overwhelming silence. I was in the living room, aimlessly scrolling through my phone, trying to convince myself that everything was fine. My husband, Mark, was away on another work trip, which had slowly turned our marriage into a situation where we felt like strangers living parallel lives. The house seemed too large, too quiet, and too lonely. That's when Daniel, Mark's younger brother, came back to town after finishing college. He brought a warmth I hadn't experienced in ages. His laughter filled the empty spaces of my home, and his gaze seemed to notice things that Mark had long overlooked. He would drop by frequently, sometimes with groceries, sometimes just to check in. At first, it felt innocent, family helping each other out. But as we shared coffee and jokes, the boundaries started to blur. There was one evening I can't shake off. We were trying to fix a broken light in the kitchen. When the bulb flickered out, we were left in the dim light from the window. For a moment, everything paused. The air was thick with unspoken tension. I remember his hand brushing against mine, and the spark was more intense than any light we were trying to fix. I quickly pulled away, laughing nervously, but that moment haunted me for nights afterward. From then on, every visit felt more intense. I tried to keep my distance, but my heart wouldn't cooperate. His concerned looks would make me weak, and I found myself melting under his gaze. There was no big confession or wild act, just a gradual, painful shift into something I couldn't quite define. Guilt became my constant companion. I started dodging his calls, but with each avoidance, I felt the same emptiness that had crept in before he showed up. Time passed. One night at a family dinner, I looked around the table. Mark was discussing work, Daniel was laughing with his sister, and I realized how far my thoughts had strayed. I was surrounded by family, yet I felt like an outsider in my own life. When Daniel eventually moved away, he left with barely a word. Just a hug that lingered a bit too long, and a shared understanding that didn't need to be voiced. That night, I found myself on the porch, tears streaming down my cheeks, pondering how something that never fully materialized could hurt so deeply. Years have gone by. Sometimes I see his name pop up on social media, but I never click. Some stories are best left unspoken, not because they're shameful, but because they remind you of your humanity.